Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the altcoin show, coming at you daily, 6 days a week. And I do want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thanks for watching. Today, we're going to look about what have been the top performing altcoins, the top performing sectors in altcoins, and to see which have been the winners so far in this cycle. We're going to look at a big list, and we're going to take a look through each one of those and see which ones have been the big winners and which ones have been the big losers, because there was an election and there was a winner and there was a loser there. And I do think there was a big win for crypto overall, that there has been a very pro-crypto candidate now that has now been elected, and I think that will be overall very good for the crypto market. If you haven't seen my earlier video from today on a bit of a buy the rumor, sell the news, we could get a bit of a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of situation, and I will go into that in a little bit as well. I'll touch on that a little bit in this video, but if you haven't watched that one, go back and watch that one from earlier, from just a couple of hours ago. But of course, before we jump into the altcoin winners and losers list, I do want to say, smash the like. This helps get this channel out to more people, does help support the channel. I do appreciate all of the kind words and encouragement that people do leave in the comments, and I do get back to all the questions left there also as soon as I am able to. Don't forget, there is a cheat sheet that is the top link below in the description of this video and every video. It is my roadmap to crypto success. Tons of great resources and free education in there, as well as a link to the Discord, the most amazing Discord on the planet. And I can tell you, the Discord was party zone last night. People kept tagging me all the time to come and join the party, and I could not resist. I'm in bed fairly early for these morning shows, and I was in there partying with the Discord there well past midnight. And then I was up again at 4 a.m. this morning, so I got about 4 hours sleep. So help me out, smash those likes, show us some love today as we jump into all that. But if you want to sign up for the Discord, that's also linked in the description below, and it is in the cheat sheet. There's some plans there. So I've had my morning coffee, but look, and as always, listen, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? The great Maximus Decimus Meridius from the movie Gladiator. Okay, I'm going to make it through this on very low sleep, but here we go. And the winners are, here we go, because you've been waiting. The winners are, here are the winners. So we've got the majors, and we've got Bitcoin 60%, 55%. This is year to date, by the way, not for the whole bull market. And then ETH has been very disappointing at 5%. You would have been better just being in Bitcoin. People go into these altcoins, they think they'll make bigger gains, but no, Bitcoin 60%. In fact, out of all the layer ones, only Ton and Sui have outperformed Bitcoin this year. You would have been better just buying Bitcoin, okay? And we are going to have an alt season. If you haven't watched my video from yesterday, check that out. I tell you when to know altcoin season is here, and it is almost here. The first thing for altcoin season was number one that we had to do. We needed Bitcoin to make a new all-time high. It's done that. And then watch yesterday's video for the rest. Okay. We need to get through this video today. So you've seen the layer ones, generally speaking, only Phantom there, surprisingly 15%. But this is why, just really, when people have asked me about NEAR or Aptos, I'm just saying, why would I? I just want to be in the top blockchains here. I want to put more money in the winning and what I feel will be the winning coins. And I think Solana and Sui will continue to emerge and build on these percentages. I really do. Okay, so we do have down here that only the ETH DeFi has been an absolute flop. Again, people ask me about some of these tokens all the time, and there's just little, Link, for example, just the tokenomics is not great. There's just too many tokens that are locked and could be released at any time. I just don't think that's attractive at the moment for an investor. Pendle has absolutely crushed it. That's on my cheat sheet. Obviously, Sui's on my cheat sheet. Ton's on my cheat sheet. Solana's on my cheat sheet there as well. I have Doge on my cheat sheet. I have Floki on my cheat sheet. And I have Bonk on my cheat sheet. And so we have seen Floki absolutely has crushed that. Doesn't get talked about a lot, doesn't get a lot of love, but I do have a lot of love for Floki and still have my Floki badge. My Floki. I have a Floki badge. No, they didn't send me a badge. I have a Floki bag. A Floki bag. Then you can see here, we got Tau has been the clear leader in AI along with Fetch. Render is lagging only minus 5%, so I'm still expecting a little bit of pump. Arweave has been great up this year. Honey, there's HNT. These are all in my cheat sheet that I have linked in the description. Some of the modulars have really not performed, have really grossly underperformed this year. They did perform a lot better in 2023. Obviously, Celestia went up to around $20 and I made some good money. But really the big winners, what are the big winners? You even got the Sol DeFi. Jupiter's been doing really well. Radium's up a lot. There's some miscellaneous ones that have performed very poorly over here. But just look over here. It has been the cycle of Bitcoin and has been the cycle of meme coins, and we have just seen huge percentage gains in these meme coins here, and certainly we are going to look into and for me, do we want to be jumping into a meme coin that's already done 61,000%? Maybe it's got some more legs to it, but I'm looking at the what I feel could be the undervalued blockchain. We've got a clear leader here in Sui at 136%. I believe this is going to be the winning blockchain. It's already up to about 15th or 14th. It's going to overtake Bitcoin Cash. I believe it's going to be a top 10 blockchain. And then I think the memes are going to have a really big run on Sui. And certainly, as you see it here, I do agree with this post. Going to call it now, retail will not be aping into pump fund memes on chain. The common attribute of a normie is that they come late to the party, not aping a 100K coin with very little chance of going with a chance of going to zero. Best performing memes will already be well established bonus points for being on a centralized exchange. And I do happen to agree with this. I do think now as retail begins to enter the party, and I think retail will now start to enter the party, we are going to see the established altcoins do really well. This comes down with Doge. This is Floki, certainly Bonk as well. I certainly think WIF is one that could perform really well, but certainly Blub is one as it gets more and more exchange listings as being the leading meme coin on Sui. And I did call this meme coin back when it was under 5 million market cap. Then it went over 50 million market cap. We did a 1,000% gain here at Tribal Trades, but also there are others. And, I'm not going to go into all the Sui memes at this point. There is one that I am also in. It's called AAA Cat. And certainly that is one possibly that could do quite well here. And certainly we will look at all the different altcoins in the charts today. And we'll look at some of those meme coins as well and jump into those. So certainly for me, we've seen the winners, we've seen the losers, we see the main winning area has been the meme coins. The category has been the meme coins, has been the winner. And I do think from here on in, as retail join the party, then retail is not going to be wanting to figure out how to get across to this, set up this wallet and that wallet and send money. They're going to be on Coinbase. They're going to be on these exchanges that already have listings, the MEXCs. As retail comes in from all over the world, and AAA Cat is on MEXC. We know Blub is on MEXC. It's also on another couple of exchanges, and it's not going to be long before they start getting the listings. I believe these Sui memes are going to get the listings of some of these major players like Binance or Coinbase. Obviously, there's Bybit and BitGet and others as well. So I do think as it starts to get mainstream adoption, the Sui chain, I do believe those memes have the best growth opportunity. I think as far as your mainstream memes go, the ones that I called out, I think are the ones that are already well established. So it's going to be the well-established memes that we've already seen have a good run in the cycle. I think Brett as well, that's on the base chain, I think can have a good run there. But certainly also the Sui memes, I think, are really, really undervalued because we see all the main memes on like Solana Popcat, 1.4 billion market cap, MOG, on Ethereum, 733 million market cap. But AAA Cat only had at the time of this that came out just earlier this week was only 11 million market cap. And I'm not sure what Blub's market cap, last I checked, it was around 30 or 35 million market cap. I mean, imagine if those meme coins go to that 1 billion market cap or more, we could see some significant life-changing gains there. All right, let's look into the charts. First of all, we're going to look at Bitcoin. I missed covering this morning. I was so tired, 4 hours sleep. I blame the Discord. You kept me up all night and I had 4 hours sleep. And I did fail to share that we do have some bearish divergence on the Bitcoin chart. We have a higher high-end price, but the RSI is setting low. Now, obviously, this can be invalidated if this RSI comes above this level here. This would be invalidated and we'd no longer have bearish divergence. Certainly possible that it can happen, but if not, we could see, and it doesn't always play out. Sometimes it can pump up a little bit more, but certainly if this stays as it is, we should see a little bit of a pullback for Bitcoin. Maybe alts won't pull back because maybe Bitcoin dominance will pull back and alts can have a little bit of a run. What we're looking for, altcoin season, Bitcoin make a new all-time high. Yes, that's happened. Number two, we need Bitcoin to kind of just trade sideways and consolidate here, which it could do. It could come down a little bit and consolidate and kind of go sideways in between 70 and 75,000 here. And then thirdly, we need Bitcoin dominance to drop. So we've had 1 out of 1 happen. We need the second one and the third one to happen, and we can really see a full-blown explosion for altcoins there. All right, let's look at Banana Gun first of all. Okay, so this had it dropped, and then we broke through here for Banana Gun. Certainly to get in the trade here was at the $50 level. So I got stopped out on this trade. And then I was sleeping, wasn't able to get back in this trade here. But I do still have a swing trade bag that has been in play for a long time. And certainly I've been taking profits on that on the way up. But I had a second swing trade position and I have a hodl position there as well. So Banana Gun certainly looking very good. Blub here, I did give the entry here for Blub down. There were so many times to get entries for Blub. Certainly we've absolutely smashed through here. And let me just show you something with Blub on the 15-minute chart here. So this is a really good, people say, where do I take profits? How do I know to take profits? If we'd gotten up to the 8 level here, which is the mid-range between the 6 and the 10, this is 7 zeros and a 6 and a 10, but we don't necessarily have to take profits here because we broke through. And then when we came back, we had a successful retest, so we still wouldn't need to take profits here. And now we can still be in the trade. Okay, what would have happened if we'd come back down to here, broken below, retested against this line, rejected, then we could have gotten out of the trade and taken profits, okay? So this is just showing you how I'm working this Blub trade. So I'm still in this Blub trade. I didn't take profits here. I'm going to wait for this to come up to the 10, the 10.2 or the 10.4 here, 10.4 on the 10.4. Certainly I'll be looking for the same thing. When we come up to this level, are we going to break through it? Or are we going to reject and then come back, have a retest, reject again, and on that retest, I would then take profits on that trade, or we're going to just melt through, come back and retest and go up. That's just on the swing trade. Certainly for hodl, I'm not looking to take any profits there for some time. I'm already in house money on that. Okay, and then look at, same for Bonk here. If we look at Bonk, and I'm going to start looking at these on both the bigger time frame and the smaller time to show you how I then get these entries. So obviously the entry for Bonk was here. I gave that for many weeks here at this 4 zeros and 208, been around that level, and we just melted right through. So where do we see the opportunity to get in on here? 2 zeros and an 8 here. Certainly as we came through here, we had a little bit of a retest of this candle here, came and retested. That was the time to get in on the trade right there before it took off. And then we actually even came down. We didn't retest the 50-day moving average there, but we can still be in the Bonk trade. If you've missed the Bonk trade, the next place to get in the Bonk trade is the break of the 200 simple moving average at 23.2. 4 zeros and 23.2. Again, we'd want to see a break above it, a retest, get in the trade. There's 3 ways, of course, you can trade this. You can front run the trade. So you can get in the trade before the break, anticipating that there's going to be a break. Secondly, you can get in on the retest there, and thirdly, you can get in. Yeah, you can get it. You can front run it. Number 1. Number 2, you can get it on the break, and number 3, you can get it on the retest. Sometimes it's better to front run these things. You just never know if you're going to get a retest there. Dogecoin, the same thing. I gave this gave this, you'd be up 100% if you got in on the 10-4 on the 10-4. Doge trade has absolutely smashed, nuked it. And certainly we saw a beautiful, even a retest on the daily you could have gotten in here. I gave you trades down here. I gave you more entries down here. And I gave you the entry at 10-4. So you can still be in this trade. If you look at Doge, you look at Dogecoin here. Yeah, on the daily. If you look at Dogecoin, oh, that's on the daily there for Dogecoin. But certainly there were places to get in Doge here. And, even you could have gotten in again here on the 200 EMA on the 15-minute, you come down and successful retest there. There's just been so many opportunities to get in on the Doge trade there. And really, there's just no excuses for not making money, especially if you've been more following and watching these channels and following these trades. So Doge right now, where we're looking at possible re-entry, we'll be back here at around this 18-cent level. But obviously, the better entry is going to be. And remember, when it's had its golden cross, so it, generally speaking, it should come back at some point and test the 50-day moving average, which is all the way down here at 12.9. Now, do I think it's coming down to 12.9? It's more likely that this continues to range up, and a more likely entry will probably be around this 14.8 cent region, or even up at the 16-cent region here as well for Doge. We're going to jump over to Goat. Goat has been absolutely smashing it. Okay, and I have given this trade a few times. I know some of you have said, oh, I got stopped out. You get stopped out. Okay, then get back in again. And remember, you can stop out at the same place that you've entered. I've shown this and I've taught this on this channel multiple times. You move to the 15-minute time frame. And if you got in at this level here, let's just say you get at the 200 EMA, which on the 15-minute time frame, wow, this has really taken off. And I did take some profits on my swing trade with Goat. It did look like it was topping out up here, but certainly this would be 59 cents. If you get in here, where do you get out? As it goes down below, it will come back up, retest it, and it rejects. You just get out of the trade at break even. Or obviously you can hold in the trade if there's a successful retest. You can ride that to the upside, and you can't see that just more perfectly over here. You see that it comes up, it comes down, there's a retest here, and then it's off to the races there for Goat. And so that's been a trade, and I'm going to continue to swing the Goat trade there. Certainly with that, we have some other meme coins such as Popcat. And Popcat, I gave the entry on Popcat, down at this $1.10, $1.15 region there. This was the perfect entry. We came down and got it 1, 2, 3 times, and you could have made huge profits there if you'd taken that entry that I gave on that Popcat around that region there. And then we're going to finish up here with triple A cap, because I did say we would finish with that token there. Oh, WIF, the WIF trade. Let's have a look. Right now, WIF is trying to break through the 200 EMA on the daily. So what we'd be looking for, a break, successful break, and a retest of that level, and that could be an entry there on the trade. You could front run it and get in. And if it doesn't break, and again, you move to the 15-minute time frame, and you see if it breaks above or breaks below, rejects, and really it's just saying, okay, if it breaks above, retest this line of support, touches it as support, and then holds, then you would get in the trade. You could front run it and get in it here, and of course you can get out of trade the same way if it rejects and it retests and it comes up and hits this line, touches it but rejects it, then you can get out of the trade around that break-even area. And then we're going to finish with triple A cat here. So right now, I don't think there's a little bit of an entry, but if we come back down to this 11.8 area, there would be an entry there for triple A cat. And that would be a place where I would be looking to place an entry. Remember, if you're not awake to manually stop out where you entered, as I've shown you that strategy, you do have to set stop losses, choose whether you're willing to take 5 or a 10% loss on the trade to stop out of those trades while you're sleeping. Always trade with a stop loss. And with that, I'm going to say goodbye. And until the next episode, happy trading.